Hey everybody, it's BlueToad, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Let's get started.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Left control stick to move, camera with the right stick, and more information about controls with plus apparently. Let's go over to this thing over here and examine it.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Sheikah Slate, a mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something familiar to it. Well, now that this door's open, let's head out. There's a lot of crates and old barrels in here, but also some chests over here, and we have the option to open them. So, let's do that and get well-worn trousers. These old trousers are threadbare in spots, but they're surprisingly comfortable. The legs are a bit too short though. Open inventory with the plus, so we can equip gear. Open this next one. Old shirt. A thin shirt made long ago. It's coming apart at the seams, but it's better than nothing. The sleeves are a bit on the short side. It also gave us the option to go straight into our inventory after opening it. Now, starting off, well, I guess let's just equip both of these things. Doesn't Link look good? Now, doesn't seem to be that much in front of us, but there is another thing over here.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Authenticating. Sheikah Slate confirmed.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Okay, strange voice. It's now telling us that we can press X to jump, which is the first time in a Zelda game we can jump, probably. Well, not really, but it's not normal for a main Zelda game to jump. We also have holding B to sprint. We have a little stamina wheel there, and once it runs out, we'll be too tired, which means we can't use our stamina anymore, and it will need to recharge. If we use it just a little bit, we'll still have it and we can recharge it, so. But now, we have this option to climb here, as long as we're holding forward as well. It's using our stamina, but if we don't move, it doesn't. And if we press X while doing this, and moving in a direction, we will be able to leap up it. We can also... oh, hang on. We can also sprint up this wall into a climb. So that's also very useful to know. The Great Plateau. Well, before we move on, I just want to just say, this view is probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in a video game. I've seen some pretty cool stuff, but this view of just this whole world in front of us, it was really well done. Just look at it. Everything the light touches is our kingdom and all that. But wow. Anyway, we saw a man looking at us, and we can also see some sparkly things on the ground. We can press A to take, and we get a tree branch. Wooden branches such as these are pretty common, but it's surprisingly well balanced. It doesn't do much damage, but can serve as a weapon in a pinch. Let's go ahead. Oh, it's already equipped because it's our first weapon. Use weapon attack with your weapon equipped by pressing that button, the Y button. So there we go. We can also, I believe, hold it down, which is charging up with stamina for a spin attack, but it does use that stamina, so strong, but kind of got some problems with it. But anyway, let's go up here because there's also some shiny things over here. Hylian Shroom, half a heart, a common mushroom found near trees around Hyrule. Eat it to restore half a heart, which we can see our hearts at the top left of the screen. I think there are some bugs around here if we were to go walk slowly up to them. We can also, I believe, press down the left stick to crouch. Crouching increases your stealth, making it easier to sneak up on foes and animals. Very important to know. If you look down at the bottom right of the screen, you see a little spot underneath the temperature, which we're also going to talk about later, which, if we move, makes a little bit of a sound wave on it, and depending on how we do it move, it will make more sound waves. So that shows basically your stealth. You want to keep your eye on that whenever you're in a bit of a sneaky situation. We can also change weapons by using the arrows left and right. And also apparently... hang on. Oh, I did something. Hang on. That's just don't worry about that.
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Check Sheikah Slate. Access your Sheikah Slate with the minus button. I wasn't expecting to get that so early. But also shows that we have a map, I guess. And that's what's shown on the bottom right of the screen as well, next to the temperature and stealth bar. But anyway, let's have a look around. Grab some Hylian mushroom, since that'll probably be useful. Your tree branch is badly damaged, which is something else we probably need to go over. Weapons in this game, like tree branches or otherwise, have limited use, and after enough use will just break. So that can end fairly badly if you run out of weapons. Now this boulder over here we can push over using our stamina. If we push it enough, there it goes down the hill and over the cliffside, I guess. Now then, let's go see what this man down here was wanting. Or just doing in general. See some apples in that tree. Oh ho. Well met, stranger. It's rather unusual to see another soul in these parts. Bye, or who are you? Yeah, bye. Wait. Where are you rushing off to now? Is speaking with a strange old man truly such an awful use of your time? What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to this place? Where are we? Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. Ooh. That temple there. Long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it is set abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. Okay, old man. Now let me jump to try and get that apple up there. A common fruit found on trees all around Hyrule. Eat it fresh or cook it to increase its effect. Currently half a heart. So, let's climb this tree a little bit, grab some apples. Oh, there's a tree branch in my way. Let me try to go around and try to get this one up here. I don't think I can actually reach this one, but maybe if I jump. Oh, that didn't work. That was terrible. Let me just climb up this cliff face. Jumping's pretty good. And if you do it at the end of climbing, you can probably save your stamina enough. Let me just use a bit to try and give an example. No, go up the thing and not stop. Ah! Let me just do this a bit. We can also jump sideways if we need to. So, you see how we have not a lot of stamina left. Let me just break it down a little bit more. If we have less than the amount of stamina we need, we can just jump to the top. That didn't actually jump, but anyway, you get the point. If you have like less than what you need, you can use the jump, which will run out of stamina, but you might get to the top, whereas if you didn't use it, you might just fall to your death. Anyway, there's a roasted apple here, or baked apple. Only 1 extra quarter of a heart in effect, but that's alright. Better than no extra effect. Direct heat has softened and sweetened this apple. Eat it to restore 3/4 of a heart. I beg your pardon, I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh, forgive me. I could not resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat. So, if we go into our inventory, we have different things, or what's it called? Different tabs on the above the inventory. So we have food, key items, materials, armor, some other ones, and weapons. As you can see from the faded out icons though, we also have arrows, or bow and arrows, and shields. But before we do any of that, let's have a look at apples. If we select something, we can either eat it to restore health, or hold it. We can hold up to 5 items, or we can just not. But as you can see, I'm still holding it out of the inventory, and if I drop it on the fire, using that circle as a marker for where it's going, you can see it's smoking, poof into flame, and now it's a baked apple. Probably want to pick that up before it dies. But yeah, we can actually cook our own food, which is cool. I don't think the same is going to work with mushrooms, so I'm probably not going to do that. I think there's a lot of things that will just break or burn out if you just put it by a fire. Yes? What are you doing? I'm relaxing by the fireside, of course, although I'll need to cook myself another baked apple at some point. Simple foods such as apples are fine to eat raw, but roasting them on a fire makes them tastier and more nutritious. What are you doing? Okay. Same thing, okay. Well, over here we have something else we can grab. A torch. This torch will stay lit once ignited, but if you put it away, the flame will be extinguished until you light it again. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it? Well, I don't think I should use it as a weapon. It's a kind of a stick with something tied to the end of it, I guess? Maybe. I'm not... Why would I need to hide my intentions with it as well, so... To set things on fire, of course. It's a torch. That is rather unnerving. Please be cautious with that around any dry grass that might catch fire. That's an interesting piece of information. You know, there are plenty of monsters in this area. That torch would make a good weapon if need be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them. Press and hold on the ZR button to target enemies, which is great because it's kind of like classic Zelda games, like Ocarina of Time. Anyway, if we bring it out and slash at the fire, didn't mean to actually scare him, but now our torch is on fire, and if we hold X, no, if we hold Y, we can bring it low to the ground, and there's a lot of grass around this place. And these bushes over here, let's try and bring it into that, lighting it on fire. It also has a lot of wind going up from it. Oh, it's spreading. I'm gonna stand back. It doesn't really spread much though. But it's still pretty cool to just light literally everything on fire. It's quite satisfying if you're slightly enjoying fire, I guess. Everyone loves setting things on fire in this game. It's what the game's known about, basically. But anyway, if we put it away, I've not played this game for too long. If we press down on the D-pad, that actually made Link whistle. So that's not what you're supposed to do. But we can also use the D-pad to quickly select weapons, using just holding it down and then using the right stick to select. We can also just remove, which I'm pretty sure just means empty your hand so you're not holding anything. It's not actually dropping the item. So, let's select tree branch. And I'm going to actually try to figure out... Okay, if you just press B, it will go away because that's how you run. And you can't run and have your weapon out at the same time. Anyway, we can also light that on fire. And I believe our tree branches will also catch fire. but will also burn out very quickly. So let's light that on fire. And light that on fire. And this tree branch is gonna die, so I'm gonna just put it away, basically. Now, there's an axe here. Woodcutter's axe, a woodcutter's tool of choice for felling trees. Its formidable weight and uneven balancing make it a slow, ineffective weapon. But if we switch over to it, instead of just slashing, it's a two-handed weapon, which means we have to actually hold our charge and like slam things. But also, it's a sharp weapon, so we can actually cut down this tree here. Just like that, which means getting apples is made a lot easier like that. But it also would be pretty good for fighting in combat, so. Wood, a portable bundle of wood. You can use this to make a campfire. You have something to light it. So yeah, that's a cool thing. I just had to chop the tree bit that I chopped down a second time, so that's how you do that. Now, something over there on the island is barely seen. So let's just jump into the water. Now this is where stamina comes in again. We have stamina while swimming. Oh, hello, Hyrule Bass. An ordinary fish that can be found all over Hyrule. It can be eaten raw, but cooking it amplifies its healing benefits. So if we run out of stamina while we're swimming, which is just used all the time, even if we don't dash, we will just drop into the water unable to float. So be careful about that. But if you do drown, I guess, it's not that bad. You will still get put back onto the shore in not much time. We can take this sword here, rusty broadsword. This once fearsome sword has been seen better days. It can do some damage in the right hands, but also breaks quickly. So, on the left of the two numbers next to the sword thing, icon, the left one is showing the currently equipped weapons attack damage. The one on the right, which has a little arrow pointing to it in the middle of them, is the one that this new weapon's damage, attack damage. So it's technically stronger. Also, since the game really wants me to throw something, if we bring out our weapon, I don't think we actually have to have it out. We can actually just hold R, or is it R? Yeah, it is R. I think I've been getting left and right mixed up for a little bit, that's fine. But if we hold R, we can see we have our weapon out, and a little crosshair on the screen. It's a little bit hard to see when you're up in the sky. But we can throw it, which is a lot more likely to break it. Also, I just dived because I pressed the jump button before going to the water. Oh, frog, grab frog. Hot-footed frog. A quick frog that can be found hopping around near water. Cook it with monster parts to draw out its speed boost effect. Okay, interesting. See if I can grab some more. No, I can't grab any more fish. That's a shame. We can re-grab a tree branch, because luckily it didn't hit the actual ground and would have probably broken from that. Let me break this stick. Die stick. It's actually fairly strong. But also, why does it show the same new item thing every time you do that? Okay, let's keep looking around. This is where the path is, so we haven't gone that far, of course. Oh, and I heard something. There's a bokoblin over here. Let's target him with ZL. Get that right. And we can slash it at him. But it seems our weapon isn't very good, so let's switch to the rusty broadsword. And let's slash at him. Just like that. Upon killing him, he's dropped some monster parts. Bokoblin horn. This severed horn of a bokoblin, a creature often encountered on the plains of Hyrule. It isn't edible, but it can be tossed into a stew with some critters to make it an elixir. And also, bokoblin fang, a tooth obtained from a bokoblin. It's worn down and not very sharp, but it's still pretty hard. cook it alongside a critter to make an elixir. So there we go. That's how you fight monsters. Also, if I can find some more monsters, like that one over there. But actually... Oh, hello, Choo-Choo. Ah! I keep pressing that. There we go. And grab this Choo-Choo jelly from a Choo-Choo, of course. Gelatinous substance that came from a Choo-Choo. It's unusable in this state, but applying a bit of elemental stimulation will change its form. So yeah, let me try to get up closer to this bokoblin over here. And then, since I'm sneaking up to it, I also want to press down on the D-pad again, because that's what makes Clink whistle. And that's not very subtle, is it? As you can see, the soundbar is like full blast. Anyway, let's just take out this bokoblin. And it looks like my broadsword is already about to die. Luckily, this bokoblin dropped its own weapon. Boko Club. A crude bokoblin club made to clobber small prey. It's essentially a stick, but its durability is low. We can also use this weapon to burn stuff. Just looking at this ruin. Just for the sake of other things, I guess. Oh, these barrels here. Don't think I want to slash them with my sword too much, otherwise I might break them. But maybe, if I pick it up and throw it... Nope, this is just really tough barrels. Okay. Well, let's also, I guess, head back to the path over here before we continue. Although, I think I want to check out this other ruin over there. I'm not going to head to the temple up there yet, but I am going to take a look at that later, so... There's also that thing over there, all mossied and broken like everything else around here. Oh, what was that? Oh, there's a goblin. Let me just slash you a few times, and my rusty broadsword broke. Luckily, he dropped his weapon. Basically, everything is just going to drop their weapon. Which is good, because now we've got quite a few weapons already, and we only have 2 empty slots for weapons at the moment, so... Storage is going to be a bit of a problem, mostly. Anyway, there's another chest here that I want to get. With Hylian trousers in it. Traditional dress trousers of Hyrule. The plush fabric makes these trousers quite comfortable, and their high durability makes them ideal for travelers. Also, I just wanted to quickly mention about using the right stick, you can actually change the camera basically at any time, which is very nice. Anyway, let's put that on, since that's better overall. Just like with weapons, it shows the amount of defense you get. And since I've already equipped it, it's 3 to 3. But the other one was just 1 to 3. So, instead of 1 defense, we have 3. So, just wanted to make sure I'm not explaining these badly. Making sure I'm getting my point across. But anyway, back on the main path again. Let's go ahead and open up the Sheikah Slate. Current location. As you can see, this is where the Shrine of Resurrection is, where we came from at the very beginning. And there's a little marker over here is where we need to go for the quest. Also, if we zoom out, we can see that this world is absolutely huge. We can see a lot of outlines for different parts of the world, but that's about it right now. Anyway, let's see if we can make it to that icon on the map. We can actually see it on our mini-map as well, so let's head straight for it. Can probably run a little bit. Oh, some more choo-choos. Just gonna take them out. They're not very hard to do, hard to beat. But it seems like we're heading the right way for everything. Some bokoblins over there. Might not want to fight those. Is that a... Oh, that's a butterfly. Let me see. Oh, I'm not subtle at all. Okay. Our target is right in front of us. Let me see if I can... Nope, it's gone. Is there anything in this water? I feel like there's some things in this water, occasionally. But anyway. Hello, Bokoblin. He's got a shield, so I'm gonna have a bit of trouble with that. We can just slash at him like that, and he's done. Let's equip this Boko shield. A Bokoblin-made shield created by attaching a handhold to any flat tree bark picked up off the ground. It's pretty shabby, so don't expect it to last very long. Well, it's better than no shield, so raise your shield by targeting, I guess. Let's take this Traveler's Sword, a very common sword often kept by travelers to fend off small beasts. It's fairly durable, but a bit unreliable against monsters. I don't know about that. Also, there's some arrows on the ground here. A bundle of arrows, which is 5. Bundle of 5 common arrows. The shafts of these arrows were crafted from the sturdy wood... The wood of a sturdy tree. I can read. I'm a little bit tired at the moment. I'm gonna take out these bokoblins up here as well. Let me try and sneak a little bit. They haven't noticed me yet. If they do notice me though, they'll have a little surprised icon. Exclamation mark. He's got a bow, and I want it. As you can see, sneaking up is very good, because I'm right next to him and he hasn't seen me. Okay. Let's get you. Oh, my Boko thing broke. It's a good thing. I can quick select things. Let's pick up this Boko bow. A basic Bokoblin bow made of wood. It's made by taking any tree branch and just tying a string to either end. So don't expect much in the way of combat effectiveness. Attack with bow. Equip a bow to attack enemies from afar. Draw bow with ZR and release a fire. So, we now have that, we can aim. And if we aim right at his face, we get a critical hit that deals twice as much damage. There we go. So now, let's grab that extra arrow. Whenever an enemy shoots an arrow, you can also pick it up after it's shot, so that's useful. But it seems like this is where we're going, according to the map. Let's have a look. Just step up here. There's a little terminal thing here. Let's examine it. Place the Sheikah slate in the pedestal. Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. Distilling local information. Regional map extracted.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Follow the Sheikah slate complete. Well, there we go. We're quite high up. Even higher than we were before. Way higher up. And now, we have a map of the area we have explored so far, although we have only explored a very small part of it, so... But anyway, that is it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.